morning, American. It's Friday.
It's time for Mornings at 8 with Jonathan Mark on AM 1480 WLEA.
Well, yes, it is time for Mornings at 8. It is Friday, finally Friday, about time. A very long and kind of unusual week. And here we go. Beautiful weather out there. It's going to be a nice weekend. So whatever you want to do outside, you are set. Well, let's see now. Man, at the beginning of the week, on Monday, I said, fasten your seatbelts, right at the beginning of the work week. Boy, did I mean it. I mean, there has been so much strange stuff going on this week. I got a big stack of stuff here. Well, locally. Let's go locally. And this stuff makes a lot of sense. The Hornell Board of Public Safety met yesterday. And at them, as a matter of fact, we have the entire story on our news site. One of the items is Hornell Police Chief Ted Murray has made a recommendation that parking on Delaware Avenue between River Street and Prindle Avenue be limited to parking on one side of the street. According to Murray, parking congestion in that area has increased, and it's nearly impossible to get an emergency vehicle through when they're needed. So the Board of Public Safety says, yes, good idea, and next it goes before Law and Ordinance, and then finally to the Common Council. So once again, the recommendation is that parking on Delaware Avenue between River Street and Prindle Avenue be limited to parking on one side of the street. Also, the board approved a Family Fun Day. Boy, that'll be nice. A Family Fun Day that'll be held at Veterans Park on September 8th from 1 until 4. And the event is sponsored by the Rotary Club. And they're requesting demonstrations of fire equipment and equipment from the Hornell PD and possibly a medical helicopter landing on the ball field around 1:30. According to the request, they'll have large tents set up and are expecting 250 or more people there. So that's good. Oh, also, I thought I'd mention again that the Rotary Club is seriously in need of new membership. So they have a Facebook page, and you can access that. And, the Rotary Club is a really worthwhile organization. A real nice bunch of people. And they're really a very worthwhile organization. So they need members. And you needn't be a business owner to belong to the Rotary Club. So there you are, Also, let's see what's going on here. Well, probably, the big is that one thing, I think probably the biggest item in the news this week has been guns. Guns. That's really been the number one item in the news. And New York's red flag law takes effect in 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, it goes into effect on August 24th. And the red flag law, I don't know. New York's red flag law was approved last winter and takes effect later this month, as I said, in 2 weeks. The measure, also known as an Extreme Risk Protection Order law, would allow a judge to order the confiscation of a person's guns if law enforcement, school officials, or a family member signs a statement saying they believe the person to be a potential danger to themselves or to others. The individual will also be prevented from buying any guns while the order is in effect. And after authorities take the guns away, a due process hearing would be held, where evidence would be presented, including things the person might have said to others or on social media. After that, if the judge finds that evidence clear and convincing, that's in quotes, clear and convincing, they could extend the protection order for up to 1 year. Now, it seems like a good idea, right? It seems like a good idea, but I think it might possibly be abused. I don't know. Let me read this again here. It would allow a judge to order the confiscation of a person's guns if law enforcement, school officials, or a family member signs a statement saying they believe the person to be a potential danger to themselves or to others. Now, as I said, that might possibly be abused. The idea is good. The idea is good. If somebody is clearly a danger to themselves or to others, yeah, maybe they shouldn't be allowed to have it. And I am super duper pro Second Amendment. But if you do pose a danger, yeah, maybe some intervention would be a good idea. But then you think, let's say that somebody has a grudge against you. Let's say they just don't like you. That could possibly be abused, I think. Although, as I said, it's a really good idea and all that, but well, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. But it was approved, and it goes into effect August 24th. And speaking, as I said, this week has been so strange. It has just been so... Crazies have been crawling out from under rocks, climbing down from trees, slithering out of swamps. I mean, there are a bunch of crazy Looney Tune people out there. This was at a Walmart in where? In Port St. Lucie, Florida. And this was Wednesday. This guy walks into a Walmart. He's 55 years old. And he approaches a sales clerk and allegedly asked, "Can you sell me anything that would kill 200 people?" That's in quotes. Can you sell me anything that would kill 200 people? And the sales clerk, who was working in sporting goods, replied, "That isn't funny." Yeah, I think I agree with that's really not too funny. Maybe I'm missing the point here. Maybe I'm missing the humor, but it's really not funny. And then the guy who asked the question, "Can you sell me anything?" he says, "I know." And then he asked again if there was something that could be sold to him that could kill 200 people. And this idiot then leaves the store, and the cops find him. And he said, well, he's an anti-gun activist, and he believes his statements made to the Walmart clerk in front of a customer, quote, only helps his cause, which is for Walmart to stop selling firearms. Now, the authorities have not charged him with anything. He was not arrested. He said the cops say he's not an immediate threat. He's an idiot, but it doesn't mean he's a threat. So an investigation is ongoing into that guy there, and that was in Port St. Lucie. Some people maybe they have a really strange sense of humor or something, but I just really don't see what's awfully funny about that. But so that's what that jerk did. Then we have this one, and I believe it was on the news this morning. I'm not quite sure. But another guy, a gun nut, dressed in fatigues, filmed himself walking into a Walmart store, and this was I'll tell you in a second, it was in Springfield, Missouri. He walks in carrying an assault rifle with 100 rounds of ammunition. And he's wearing camo. What else? Camo, military fatigues, right? Body armor, and an assault rifle with 100 rounds of ammunition. And he's recording himself walking through the store. He's recording himself on his phone, right? Everybody does, right? So he's walking through the store carrying this assault rifle and 100 rounds of ammunition. So the man, the store manager, pulled a fire alarm and urged shoppers to escape the store. Good thinking. Okay, that's good. So this idiot makes his way out an emergency exit where a firefighter, Lord love him, held the guy at gunpoint. This firefighter was off duty and he was armed. So he held this guy at gunpoint, and the cops came, and he was arrested, I guess. So the police in Springfield, Missouri confirmed that the man did have a loaded weapon, or weapons plural, and more than 100 rounds of ammunition. Now, where are these people coming from? I mean, where in the world are these people? This is not the climate that you want to go doing that. I mean, this is so wrong. Just so wrong. But as I say, maybe it's the weather, or maybe, I don't know. But then you have crazy people on all sides of every issue. Lunacy knows no bounds, okay? It's totally boundless. You have heard about this, or maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you again. There's a movie. You gotta love Hollywood. That's right. Hollywood has it's on a never-ending quest to enrich our culture. They want to enrich our culture and make everybody's lives really good. And so they have come up with this movie about privileged liberal vacationers hunting deplorables for sport. And where did I find this? This is from the Fox News. It's called The Hunt. It was originally called Red State, Blue State. And it's billed as a satire that follows wealthy thrill seekers taking a private jet to a 5-star resort where they embark on a, quote, deeply rewarding expedition that involves hunting down and killing designated humans. The Hollywood Reporter reported on Tuesday of this week that Universal is reevaluating its strategy for the certain-to-be controversial satire following the recent shootings. So these people, or the film, follows a dozen MAGA types, Make America Great Again, supporters of Trump, and it follows them, a dozen of them, who wake up in a clearing and realize that they are being stalked for sport. For sport. So the movie, is all about hunting these people down and shooting them and killing them. Now, the deplorables, as we all very well recall, is what Hillary Clinton famously dubbed Trump supporters during the 2016 election. She called them deplorables, right? So I just don't see anything so terribly funny about that. Maybe I'm obtuse, and maybe I don't have much of a sense of humor, but to make a film about people, anybody, hunting anybody, never mind liberals or conservatives or MAGA or whatever, to make a film about people hunting people and shooting them dead. I just don't, maybe I'm missing the point here, but I don't get it. And that's absolutely, totally terrible. And there's a satirist, Tim Young, and he makes a living by poking fun at topical issues. But even he thinks, and this is saying something, he thinks The Hunt goes over the line. I guess, yeah, it's over the line a little bit. I think so. He says, it's remarkable to me that the left blames Donald Trump's rhetoric for violence and then literally spends millions of dollars to normalize the killing of people based on politics. So he says, he goes on, we're told over and over again by the left, especially in Hollywood, that this country is more divided than ever and we need to come together. And is this what they mean by it? Come together to murder your neighbors that you don't agree with? He says this film is sick and shows just how hateful the left has become. So there you go. Wow. What's the name of the company making this? Blumhouse Productions. Blumhouse Productions. Yes. So there you go. That's this. I just really don't see what's funny.
We got Rob Carolyn.
Oh, we do?
Wanting to talk to you.
Okay, we need a little weather here. We need a jolly, happy meteorologist here. And we have him on the line right now. Oh, Rob, hello.
Hey, John. How are you?
Uh-oh. Well, Rob, I'm doing pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
Are you?
No.
John, we got a pretty nice weekend shaping up.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
How
sunshine and comfortable temperatures. How good? I'd call it 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. So that's not too bad.
Okay,
the
that's
big issue
good.
is going to be a little cooler than normal for Saturday. I think that's why we'll take it down to a level or two. But all in all, looking good. We've got high pressure headed our way from the Great Lakes states this morning, John. Looking out, and all I see across parts of the southern tier this morning to our south is a little bit of patchy fog. That's about it. Looks like we're going to see sunshine this morning and then partial sun this afternoon. It's still a little cold above us, so that may allow an isolated shower or thunderstorm to develop. We had a pretty good line come through yesterday. I don't think the activity today is quite as widespread. Temperatures today will top out at 75. Sunrise this morning was at 6:12. Sunset tonight is at 8:19. Now tonight, if you're headed out, you may want to bring a light jacket along. It's going to be cool. We're partly cloudy. We'll fall back to about 55 to 60. That's perfect for sleeping, though. Nice day tomorrow with partial sunshine. We're up to about 70 to 75. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, some patchy fog, cool 50 to 55. And a partly sunny, slightly warmer day coming up on Sunday, John, 75 to 80. By early next week, another frontal system could bring us a few showers and thunderstorms.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Pretty good weekend.
And thank you very much. We need good news. Thanks, Rob. See you next week.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Major League Baseball games of note, the Indians beat the Twins 7-5. Cleveland starter Mike Clevenger earned the win. He went 7 innings, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits with 9 strikeouts, and Jose Ramirez drove in 3 runs for the Tribe as they move 1 game back of Minnesota for first place in the AL Central. Cubs down the Reds 10-5. Chicago's lead atop the NL Central's at 3.5 games on Milwaukee. The Phillies were shut up by the Giants 5-0. Philadelphia drops a half game back with the Brewers for that second wildcard spot in the National League, and the Yankees won their 9th straight, beating the Blue Jays 12-6. NFL preseason action. Cardinals beat the Chargers 17-13. Arizona quarterback and number 1 overall pick Kyler Murray started, played 1 series. He was 6 of 7 passing, 44 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Giants beat the Jets 31-22. Giants number 1 pick quarterback Daniel Jones was 5 of 5 passing, 67 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Browns over the Redskins 30-10. Washington number 1 pick quarterback Dwayne Haskins was 8 of 14 passing, 117 yards, no touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown.
From the Fox Business Network, Uber is continuing to lose money, and its spring quarter was also impacted by expenses to launch its stock. However, Uber completed 1.68 billion rides in the quarter, more than expected, and it was able to increase prices for riders in some cities in June. Facebook wants to launch a news section this year, and it's offering to pay news outlets for their content. The Wall Street Journal, one of the companies pitched by Facebook, says the social network's willing to pay news organizations as much as $3 million a year. Apple is offering cybersecurity researchers up to $1 million to find iPhone flaws. Reuters says Apple is opening the process to all researchers. Stocks rallied yesterday after China's currency stabilized. The Dow was up 371, the Nasdaq added 176, and the S&P was up 31. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
Baseball season is in full swing. It's a good thing Matt secured his denture with Super Polygrip. Now he can enjoy the snacks as much as the game.
Polygrip. Hey, how are you? So great to see you.
It's that time of year when the family meets up.
Hi, come on. Get together, guys. Family photo.
It's a good thing Jack cleans his denture with Polydent so he can enjoy the whole day with confidence.
Polydent.
The Ryan Agencies, your local, independent insurance agencies. The Ryan Agency is not beholden to any one insurance company. They work with many companies, offering unbiased insurance advice. Their interest is seeking your best interest. Contact the Ryan Agencies, good people offering unbiased advice, seeking your best interest.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
Today at Simmons Rockwell Ford, drive away in a new Ford F-150 lease for only $339 a month. A new 2019 F-150 STX Crew Cab 4x4 equipped with a 2.7 V6 EcoBoost engine, running boards, 20-inch alloy wheels, lease with no money down and Ford Trade Assist for $339 a month for 36 months. Only tax and DMV fees are due at signing. Shop Simmons-Rockwell.com.
And we are back. Okay, this is, as I said, this has been a very strange week. A lot of odd stories here. Here's a story from, where did this occur? In New Jersey somewhere, in Bayonne, right? In Bayonne. Rag dolls, this from CNN, rag dolls intended to be abused were pulled from shelves after they were called racist. Now, these little rag dolls, it looks to be maybe 12 or 15 inches tall. It looks almost like a, you know what a traditional gingerbread man looks like? That's it. That's the shape of these dolls. And the rag dolls. So the idea, it's called a Feel Better doll. And it comes with a label, which I'll read to you, that tells people to slam the doll against the wall whenever things don't go well. A New Jersey legislator, Angela McKnight, said she visited a $1 zone store in Bayonne. It's like a little dollar store, right? And found the toy offensive and disturbing on so many levels. And boy, I cannot agree with her more. These dolls, these dolls come in 3 colors: black, green, and yellow. And this store in Bayonne had all these black rag dolls for sale. And there comes with a little label on the front of it. And it was a little hard to make out from the photograph, but I did it. I got it. I deciphered it, I guess. And the label reads, "Feel Better doll. Whenever things don't go well and you want to hit the wall and yell, here's a little Feel Better doll that you just will not do without. Just grab it firmly by the legs and find a wall to slam the doll. And as you whack the feel-good doll, do not forget to yell, 'I feel good, I feel good.'" That is so bizarre. What kind of lunatic came up with this? The doll is black. Now, it does come in 2 other colors, green and yellow. But the ones that were for sale were black. Where do you start? That is incredibly insensitive and stupid. I could see why this lady was really upset. Boy, howdy, I suppose. So, what kind of... There's nothing good about that. Just grab it firmly by the legs and find the wall to slam the doll. And as you whack the feel-good doll, do not forget to yell, "I feel good, I feel good." Well, you feel like an idiot. And anyway, if your child feels... all kids feel frustrated, okay? Adults feel frustrated. Sure, we do. Of course, everybody does. But you don't go and slam things against the wall. What the heck? What kind of a lesson is that for a kid? That's absolutely, totally, thoroughly sick. I mean, that is just really sick. And the dolls are black? Now, the manufacturer of the dolls is something called the company Harvey Hutter, the company. And the company's phone numbers have been disconnected. And its website no longer exists. $1 zone store, there are about 30 of them in the Northeast. Big deal, very, very small chain. So the Dollar Zone president has apologized. They pulled the dolls from the shelves, and I guess that's it for that. But now, how many people did buy those dolls in the meantime? And what kind of lesson is that for a kid? If you don't, if things aren't going exactly the way you want, you just slam a doll against the wall and abuse it, and everything will be fine. Man! That goes on beyond just merely racist, which it clearly is. But it's so wrong. Oh well, anyway, okay. This comes from how much time I have? Not a whole bunch. I'll see if I can do this real quick. This is from my ever-expanding file of however have we made it this far as a species. A woman in Washington takes a selfie with an octopus on her face. An octopus is on her face. So she thinks she's going to be really cool and take this thing. Well, the octopus didn't really go for it, and it bit her badly. She wound up at the hospital with, it was really bad. She has an infection. She was bleeding for half an hour. And so there you go. So she takes a selfie with an octopus glued to her face, and she winds up in the hospital. So there you go. And good luck. All righty, as I said, it was kind of a strange week. And that's it. I will see you Monday at 8:05. Bye.